Hi, I just returned from a fantastic week in Ogunquit, Maine, and I just loved sketching the boats. They captured my imagination. So I thought it'd be really fun to show you how to capture a lobster boat using some really simple sketch techniques. There are basically three parts to this simple shape: the bottom, the middle, and the top, and then a bunch of vertical poles. And please forgive me if I have no clue what the technical names are. But let me show you the simple way to achieve drawing those three parts. Let's start with the horizon line, or the line where the ocean meets the sky. And we're going to put two dots, one on either end of that ocean or horizon line, simple dots. And I'm doing this in pencil so I can erase things. Then I'm going to put a vertical line that goes equal distance above and below that horizon line. And then I'm going to put another vertical line on the left and on the right. And they should be about the same distance from the middle and about the same height. Now you go from the left point and very lightly sketch an angled line to get to the top of that middle. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. And then from the right point, I'm going to sketch a line. And sure, you could use a ruler, but why bother? Just eyeball it. Nothing's perfect. And now I have something drawn using perspective. Perspective can be a scary term, but don't let it flip you out. It's just going to give you some sense of dimension. Now I'm going right to my pen. This is a micron, very thin tip, and I'm going to curve between the left vertical line. I curve going up, and I'm going to attach down here kind of straight. I don't curve that. I don't curve this, but I curve the top. And the final thing I'm going to do here is just bow out the sides a little bit. So now I still have that diamond shape, but I have a curved top, bowed out on the side, and straight lines down at the bottom. Now, you've done the hardest part. The rest is all just for fun. So I'm going to repeat these two top lines by drawing near it. And now I'm going to create a box with two vertical lines there. That's this middle section. And then I'm going to put the top on. And for this, I'll just slightly curve that top. And now I'm going to put these poles. There's some kind of, I don't know, antennas or something. Now, the thing that's really going to punch this out will be to create two windows that I will now completely blacken in. And by blackening them in, it just tells the viewer that that's glass and that those are windows. Look how simple. Now I'm drawing the ocean here and here. And because it's going to be docked somewhere, I'll just take a line and anchor it. And I'll just draw a little squiggle there. Now for the watercolor. But before I get to the watercolor, I'm going to erase all those pencil lines. You can just have such a good time with adding color, or you could leave it just like this. But I like to show a little 3 dimensions using my paint and some shadows. So I've mixed up a little brilliant purple violet. I'm just going to add that on the left side of this middle section, on the left side of the top. And I'm going to paint the bottom part here a darker color as well. Actually, I'll do that piece too. Now, that has to dry before I can paint the water around it, otherwise everything will bleed. So I have prepared 3 puddles. This one is Payne's Gray, this is French Ultramarine Blue, and my purple. And I'm going to start with the darker, the Payne's Gray. And what I noticed is that under these boats, right up against the edge, it's pretty dark. So I'm going to start there, and then I sort of feather out the dark color before I start adding any blue. And it's mixing just the way I want it. And then I can take my lighter blue, of course, and come down. And notice that I'm just swiping across really quickly, just to leave some of it white, leave some of that dry, just to give it that water sense. And for the sky, I'm going to flip this around, and I'm just going to use clean water to work around the boat. And then I might drop in, this is just clean water, and then I might drop in a little cerulean. Gosh, when we were there, we were so lucky. The weather was incredible, and the sky was definitely a cerulean blue. And if I get too much water on here, I can blot it with a paper towel, but I kind of like that effect, and I'll just blend that out. Wow, there's my lobster boat. Totally easy. Now, if I wanted the boat to actually have a color, I could, some of these boats were blue and red and whatever, I can add a little bit of red that I'm toning down with some brown, and here we go. I can go ahead and add a little bit of red to give this boat just a tiny bit more personality. And you can see that by painting on the purple on the left there, it's a little bit darker. And I'm going to take some of that red and just dab it in the reflection. And there is my lobster boat. Super easy. I love Ogunquit. Hope you had fun. If you like this video, please like and subscribe below.